You probably heard of the Gideon Bible. You've probably seen it around in hotels. There's like a little Bible sitting there. It says Gideon. What is that? It's either a King James Bible or a New King James Bible. Over the years, it was handed to more and more hotels, and it was given to more and more people. And the foundation, Gideon's International, sold like 1 billion copies already, like over 1 billion. The first Bible was placed in a hotel called the Superior Hotel in Superior, Montana. It was first placed in the hotel in 1908. John Nicholson and Samuel Hill traveled around and they would put Bibles in hotels. And that's really where the Gideon Bible first started. It's just a King James version or a New King James version. And yeah, they just place it in hotels or they give it to people. But at that time when it was started, it was just 2 guys. So the other 2 are the most common Bibles we can probably see today, the most common English Bibles, the New International Version and the New Living Translation. Let's do NLT because a lot of people talk about that one. According to multiple sources, the Tyndale House in 1996 is the one that produced this Bible. So the Tyndale House 1996, and it was an attempt to edit the Living Translation. So they posted a revision in 2007, but they released this Bible in 2004, the New Living Translation. And it was originally intended to be a paraphrase of the Bible, but they kind of were just like, okay, well, let's just go with it. Let's go with what we got. Let's create something completely different. Let's create a whole new one. Me personally, I would not use it. So I wouldn't use it, and I probably would not use an NIV, but a lot of people talk highly of the NIV. New International Version faced many hardships. They were trying to find sponsors at the very beginning, people to sponsor the Bible, and they just couldn't do it because they had one sponsor, but the sponsor actually ran out of money, which I didn't know was a thing that a sponsor could do. So they ran out of money and they got someone else to sponsor them. It was published in 1978 in Zondervan Publishing House, the publishers of the AMP Bible, the Amplified Bible, which I did make a video on that. They're the ones that stepped in and said, hey, we'll sponsor this after the other guy couldn't do it anymore. So the other guy, he couldn't do it anymore. So they were like, let's do it. This Bible is in every church you can find, maybe just about every church, and everyone has it. I have it. It's sitting over there. I'm too lazy to go get it, but I have it. And I might even have the New Living Translation. But the point is, if you're looking for readability, you're looking for something that is easy to read. You know what I mean? That focuses on readability and accuracy. If you want just literalness, you're going NASB. It's also important to note, it doesn't matter what Bible you read, because at the end of the day, the Word of God is so powerful, and it doesn't matter. A lot of times people come from broken homes. And I mean this, they come from broken relationships and broken habits and addictions. And the first thing they grab is the NIV Bible. But when you're coming from an addiction, when you're coming from a broken marriage, when you're coming from a broken life, you grab the NIV translation because it's the first thing you have, and God speaks to you and brings you out of that place. When I grab that Bible, God speaks to me. When you're coming from broken circumstances, the first thing you reach for is the first thing you have. When people reach for an NIV and they find healing, it's not because that was an NIV. It's because that was the Word of God. So it doesn't matter what translation you're using. Now, there are certain translations, right? Like the New World Translation and the Message Bible and other translations that blatantly you don't want to read. Now, if you feel led to go read another Bible, go read a different one. But I'm not going to stop anyone from reading an NIV or an NLT or an NASB or a King James. I'm not going to stop anyone from doing that. And the reason why is because we all can read the Bible and get some sort of spiritual sustenance. He's in control of everything. He's in charge of everything. So why are people fretting? Why do people care so much? Thank you for watching the video if you've stayed this far, and have a good day.